Monday, everybody. And boy, I want to say we are here for the greatest pay-per-view of the year. Argue with your dad, argue with your mom. You ain't arguing with me. It's your boy, Meech Black, the Silky Warrior, with my main man, main event, RJ. What's cracking, dog? We have witnessed the greatest pay-per-view of the year. You want to argue with me? You ain't doing it. I'm not gonna argue with you. I ain't gonna write back. I'm just gonna look like maybe like the comment, laugh with you, depending. But we ain't arguing because nothing is topping this pay per view that we just had. I will say for the sickos, no, I'm standing on it. For the sickos,
wow.
Yeah, no, I'm calling it a beam, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like as I made publicly known, I just started getting back into the dub literally this year. No shame in my game. I used to be one of them people that used to say, "What? Why do I want to watch AEW when I got the Fed right over here?" You know. And this is I'm not even gonna shit talk the Fed. Like I'm just saying though what I was thinking. Why am I gonna watch the dub when I got the Fed right over here? And man, this year alone blew my fucking mind, and I'm so happy I came. And I'm now in AEW. I'm a fellow sicko like y'all, a fellow fucking sicko. Now,
We'd love to hear that.
Oh yeah, bro. Listen, I'm enjoying all wrestling. If the wrestling's good, I'm gonna watch it. If the wrestling's trash, I'm gonna call it out. But I'm gonna keep it a bean. This pay-per-view was probably the best pay-per-view we had all year. I'm not going to get too much into the Fed because we're in the beginning of the pod, but I just want to say, shit, it might be up there with fucking Mania, and it might be up there with Bad Blood.
Was Bad Blood a show?
It
had one of the best matches of the year on it. But I don't know the rest of the show being good.
We ain't here to discuss. I'm just saying.
I know. I'm just saying.
And if you want to put it up, but one more Fed pay-per-view. Sorry. Fed PLE.
Facts. Yeah,
you can even throw in there the Elimination Chamber, and that's as far as I'm going. But World's End was so tough. I maybe had one match I didn't care for, but we were understanding that one match. This should be the last time we see it. We'll get to that later in the pod. Facts. But I just want to start the pod out by saying World's End was so tough, bro. What you think?
That is interesting. So I want to
wait. Hold on. What's interesting? I thought you would like that.
Oh, I'm gonna phrase this in a great way because I want this clip on Twitter as soon as possible.
Okay. All right, go on.
AEW's World's End, right? That is their final pay-per-view of the year. We have had 12 events, 12 great events out of AEW, and I'm not gonna lie to you, King. It's probably number 12 for me. Heads in the air. 3 match of the year contenders on this card. 2 of probably the best matches I've ever seen. 2 great returns. I'm not gonna lie to you, King. It's probably number 12 for me. All right, cool. Because I want to cut it right there for the thing. Now let me defend myself. AEW has had 12 events. If I feel like this is like number 12, right, for me, it's not because it's the worst one. It's because I just liked the other 11 probably slightly more. I'm cool
with that.
Yeah, because like for the 12 events, they are 12 for 12. The only reason why it's 12 is because like maybe it didn't move me as much. Maybe just a frame of it didn't move me as much, right? But I would still rewatch all 12 events. Unlike the Fed, they had, I don't think they had technically 12. I think they skipped a month or two. But let's say they had 12 events. I may be watching 3. And I'm probably not watching the whole thing. So that's why I wanted to phrase it like that. I'm going to leave that in this video too, right? Because I want people, I'm going to use that. That's the bait to get people in here. But just know, phenomenal fucking show. Probably 2 to 3 5-star matches on this card. And holy shit, was it so good. I had the time of my life on this card. It was insane. And that's why when I was ready to say it's my 12th favorite, I was shocked you were saying it was event of the year. I was like, okay. All right,
bro. Like
that's a
World's End was so good. Like, granted, there's other pay-per-views that that's where me and you different because there's some Fed pay-per-views I think did just a tad better than AEW. No slight against the dub, but it's just certain things and certain decisions. Just like, bro, why? You know, like That's not crazy. But we gonna get into it, bro, because now we're gonna do something different. Because usually we say the main event for the end, but we gotta talk about first because there's things that like we gotta talk about. First, I like to say before we get into the nitty gritty, AEW, like no one talks about how like y'all be making so much progress, but we got really put out there, bro. The video package for the main event was cold.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember it, but bro, video package alone set me. I was ready to go through a wall. That shit was so good. And I don't even talk about like vignettes or video packages or say I don't really comment on stuff like that because like I just think everything's the same. But that video package was tough. I don't know why. But that Joe, like how they did everything, how they put all the clips together, it was really good. Now to the match itself, it was really good.
It was
like
a match.
It was a match. It was really good. I didn't like the decision, honestly.
But it was so obvious. So it's
it was obvious. But I just didn't like the decision. But Mox is a super villain, and I love how even though I didn't like the decision, I love how heels are literally running the company.
Did it feel fast to you though?
Match?
I don't want to say they had time cut. It felt like they were like, oh, we did all this. Okay, edit. It's like, okay, well, hold on a second. Because it was so fast. Because, like, Jay White hits the Blade Runner on Mina Shafir. Yuta hits the
He's crazy for that.
Yeah. I bet you they couldn't wait to do that spot. They were ready for that. Because they're like, we can't do it on TV. Well, we got a pay-per-view. Like, I know they were happy as hell for that.
It's the end of the year. Fuck it.
Do it.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, they were happy. They were hype as hell to make that spot. Yeah, then Yuta does the Psycho knee and then Death Rider over. And I was like, damn, that was fast. It just felt that section was fast.
Now, do you think it's because we got to talk about, bro was leaking from the back of his head. Now, do you think that played a part of it? Because, bro, I'd never seen no one get a power bomb like that, and they was leaking in the back of his head. Like, bro was really cut. Yeah. I don't know if he got punctured like from when he had like the monitor or something or what, because bro was leaking like real bad.
It could have been that. Yeah, honestly,
when you unintentionally, you know, like they be like, all right, we gotta cut this because we don't know how much or how bad or how deep or what the case may be. Pause. But they probably didn't know how bad it was, so they didn't want to risk it.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I can think of because I can see what you mean because it definitely felt kind of fast.
Yeah, and that's fair. If that is what happened, that's what happened. But it almost seemed like because I think a Fatal 4-Way was kind of, you know, like I said it. I love all four of these guys. Any four of them winning would have been fine with me. But it just seemed like they were like, all right, here's our filler match for the world title, and because of that, and I'll ask just in general, I think the finals to the Continental Classic and this match should have swapped places because I don't want to skip ahead, but that Okada Ospreay match was gas.
Hold on. I'm not going to let you do it.
But I would argue that the ending segment to that match is more important than the ending segment that we got for this match. Oh, and I can go into more detail, but we're going to wait till we get over there.
Yeah. But before we continue, I'm going to definitely say I agree with you.
Yeah, because it just... I don't want to say like, oh, dude, that Fatal 4-Way match fucking sucked. It was four of my favorite guys having fun.
It didn't suck.
Exactly. So I don't want to say it's like, oh, this sucked, but it's like, if we're gonna do a world end, the segment and that match for the Continental Classic was just so much better. And I think the match itself being better could have main evented over even the segment. And I'm just like, I don't know, but you know, it's whatever. It's hindsight, whatever. You know, when they planned it, they're probably like, "Oh, this is going to be important regardless. All of it's important." So it's you know,
I mean,
card.
Like I said at the beginning, like I'm on the fence. Like I'm upset because Mox won, but because like they have this stint where like all the heels are like winning and like not losing, I'm for it. I'm literally I'll ride this train. Let's see where the fuck we're about to go. Because if we got villains running the whole show, boy, how long is this man going to win? Because who could beat him? Because bro, obviously he beat all odds. The guy at 4.
Dude, the guy that was supposed to kill or supposed to beat him, they killed on Friday night. They put him in a chair, stepped on him, kicked him down the stairs. They're like, yeah, dude, that's our hero over there. I guess.
Sidebar. I won't throw this in there. And like, this is the only thing I want to throw about what happened at Collision. No, sorry, Rampage. When I understand, and wrestling fans, y'all know who you are when I talk about this. I understand we are watching a product and we want to see people beat each other up. We all get that. But we're not going to watch a product where they're trying to go viciously kill each other. Like, they're not going to viciously break each other's neck and arm just to give us a show.
I mean, Moxley's been killing people since he... That's his whole thing, dude.
Listen, I get that. But I see people get upset because they put the chair over Darby's neck. Mm-hmm. We obviously know what's about to happen.
Stomped on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Stomp on it.
Now, why am I going to be upset? Because you could tell Claudio definitely when he's stomping, he pulled back because he ain't trying to kill the man.
Yeah, they know. They're not dumb.
Yeah, like, what are we mad for? Like, we're outside and like the elements are different when you're outside and not inside the building at the ring. Because anything can happen on that guardrail. I said guardrail, sorry, but on the steel steps. Claudio could have slipped.
Yep.
Like, people, like, I don't understand why people get so mad about that. Like, it's supposed to be, it's not fake, so I'm not going to call it fake, but it's scripted.
Because it's AEW. If WWE did this, they would not have cared.
Bro, thank you.
Yeah, it's
Nia, I love Nia, but the bullshit she put at the War Games, bro, I'm not going to be mad about it, but I understand.
Yeah.
But people are trashing her. Why am I going to sit here and cock my head back all the way up to Timbuktu? We're talking about how like people are getting bad at fucking Claudio for not really trying to kill Darby on national TV.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same thing on both sides. I won't make it like one side or the other. AEW people love to hate on the Fed, and the Fed loves to hate on the AEW. It's all bullshit. You kind of just gotta shift through it after a while. They've always got something to say, so it's just easier to find the people that are just enjoying the product.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to just bring that over because like that shit really just threw me off. Cause I'm like, bro, like, why y'all want to see someone get a broken neck? Like, I'm not understanding. This is scripted. Like, why are we trying to kill each other?
Facts.
But back to the main meat and potatoes. But Mox taking out Darby kind of like, I feel like when I seen that, I'm like, oh yeah, Darby's winning because like now who's gonna stop him? And oh boy, we got us a fucking surprise of who's gonna stop him. Oh yeah, let me call a fucking rated R FTR. Sorry, rated FTR. No disrespect to Adam Copeland. He's a legend within his own right.
Facts.
Like, I'm gonna say that before I go in what I'm about to say next. But bro, after you broke your legs 6-7 months ago, should call it quits.
Really?
It was a bad injury, but I think he should call it quits at that point.
I didn't think that. Really? Why? What did you just don't want to see Adam Copeland? You're just not you just don't want to watch more post WWE older Adam Copeland?
It's not the fact that, how can I say this? It's not the fact that he left the WWE and he came to the AEW. It's now you're older, right, and the product that's in AEW, he wants it to be for him, but it's not for him. The things and moves and the risk that they're taking to AEW is mountains ahead of the Fed. And matches that you see Adam Copeland get injured in, these are matches that they're having at least once a month at almost all the pay-per-views. So to think,
I mean, not really, because how often are they doing jump spots off the top of cages? I mean, they're probably going to cut down on them a lot now. Crazy.
Okay, let me. Well,
because I mean, like, if you bring in like the Death Rider stuff, because they're a stronger like hitting style of fighting. Adam was kind of already fighting those matches because he was doing them week to week on TV. I don't think that's my. I guess I could just. I'll take over now. My problem with it is that with this Moxley thing, it's like it's me versus AEW, and when I think about AEW, I don't think about Adam Copeland. Like,
thank you,
respectffully.
Respectfully.
But
you're right.
I've been in love with his run. I think it's really fun. The things he did with Christian, the fact that he had a match with Penta that was so good. I love the story with him in the House of Black. I don't really see Adam Cole. When I'm like, oh, dude, AEW needs a hero. Edge. No, I didn't want Edge. I want the Daniel Garcias, the Kenny Omegas, the Hangman Adam Pages. I'm not thinking.
I was with you. I literally was with you until you said Daniel Garcia first. Like, I'm not even a Kenny guy.
Though. He's so
bro,
over. Daniel.
He has to drop the dance, bro.
He can. He's so over. But yeah, no, I get. And to be fair, like when I think about it, it's like, oh, it's a filler feud, which is fine, especially if they're trying to get to All In. I need them to do something, but the 4-way also kind of felt like a filler feud. And then with him pairing with FTR, that seems more like a trios thing than a world title thing. And then you got Christian, who it's like, so it does kind of make sense, but it's like, well, then what is Christian going to do? Is he just going to get in his way or something?
And you bring up Christian, but we don't know how long he can keep the briefcase for.
That too. I don't know how long he keeps that for, and honestly, I wake up every day and think I wish they didn't do that at the.
You said Daniel Garcia. I'm gonna skip past him.
All right, fine. Skip past him. God.
I'm not a Kenny dude, but I'd rather have seen Kenny come out and be like, "I'm gonna take you out."
I think.
Don't ever do that again. Don't ever. I hate that so much. Yeah, I hate that so much. Jay White kills you with that. It's not even the Jay White thing. It was who was the team he was with?
The Bang Bang Gang.
Yeah, them. That's who ruined it for me.
Also, you know what? No, let's not move past 4 yet, because I was ready to go to make fun of MJF and all that, or the C2, whatever the hell we got on the docket. Why they made this big thing about Hangman not having any friends for this Fatal 4-way? And by the way, 8 dudes in this match, by the way. Only 4 of them are technically in this match. Why were the Death Riders just allowed to do whatever the hell they wanted? And then, Jay White didn't have, like, the guns come out. Orange Cassidy has 8 friends in the conglomeration. There's Rocky Romero, Mark Briscoe, Daniel Garcia, Willow Nightingale. Nobody else showed up. Willow showed up on Rampage. I was like, oh, cool. She's going to help cancel out Mina Shafir. Didn't do that.
They did it, though.
But Moxley had 30 people around. And, like, I understand Kenny wasn't going to get involved because, like, to help Hangman. And the Young Bucks are gone until Japan in a few days. Mm-hmm. But, the Death Riders got to do whatever they want. It's like, it's a no DQ. It's a Fatal 4-way. Not a soul in the back. Private Party. They don't like the Death Riders. They're not, like, friends now that they got the tag titles. Daniel Garcia was still there. Mark Briscoe was on the pre-show. Nobody tried to neutralize. They had security. Take him out. I was like, why does security get involved? There's like 30 dudes
I'm with
back
you on
there.
That. Like, I'm so with you on that. Like,
it made no sense to me. I'm like, okay, I guess they're just doing whatever they want. That's what they do. But
I mean, maybe that goes to the story. But I was definitely with you on that because I don't like the conglomeration. But I still didn't get like how like no one came out to like help. Not a soul.
And I don't want anybody in the comments to say, oh, well, OC said he'd do it alone. Yeah, dude, I forgot that one guy said that, and then getting tortured week after week just makes friends go, oh, he said he wouldn't do it alone.
He don't need it.
If my boy's like, I'm gonna fight this guy, and I see him getting jumped, once he loses the fight, all right, fine, I'm not touching, he wants his one. But if I see the dude that he fought grab a knife, I'm gonna step in. So I feel like the conglomeration go,
oh, no. Go ahead. I'll follow you.
Let's move away from the main event for just a little bit, not a little bit, just in general, because we talked enough about the main event.
Yeah.
The conclusion of the C2 happened. We had 3 matches. We had Ricochet versus Okada, won by Okada. Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher, which opened the show.
Yeah.
And by God, they did it again. They really did. Yeah. And that's not the first time they did it.
Can we call it a 5-star classic?
I would.
Okay.
And then it ended off with Will Ospreay, a very bloodied and bodied Will Ospreay.
Can we we got to talk about the medical team because, bro, they gave him a half-ass wrap bandage and he was still leaking blood. Still bleeding. So I had blood on his face and everything. No one cleaned them up. Nothing. They said, fuck it. Yeah. Go ahead. Well, you got it. And he put on a banger anyway.
The visuals of that match, because of how beaten he looked, was crazy. But I wanted to add this. My mom doesn't really watch AEW, at least not week to week, but she'll watch she wanted to watch the pay-per-view with me last night. 5 minutes into the Will Ospreay match, she was on Will Ospreay's side. That's how good Will Ospreay is at just being a babyface. She was distraught when she saw how he came out for the Okada match. Oh. She was not ready for that. But yeah, it all looked good. Kyle and Will, they are soulmates in wrestling. I see them doing this again for the world title, probably 2027 or not 27, 26. I don't know why I'm thinking we're in 2025 already. Because I think their story for All In is going to be Darby, and then you have Darby probably hold it till 2026, because that's like in what, July, August.
Yeah,
so
okay.
He holds it, or at least till December, because that's World's End. You can have it, drop it there, and then whoever he drops it to will probably be a heel, or it could even be Kyle. It could be Kyle himself. It could. That's how it could end. But that, that's booking way.
I have a quick question for you. Because I see people talk about on the internet, and has to deal with the Fed just a tad.
Okay.
What do you think about them calling Kyle a baby Orton? This is not like a deep. This is not a deep combo. I just want your quick thoughts.
I'll be respectful. I think Kyle's a better moveset than Randy Orton does. But I mean, I think it's just the trunks, right? The trunks and the shaved head.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess like you can do that, but I wouldn't compare them, because that's I hate the term apples and oranges, comparing apples and oranges, but I mean that's kind of like apples and oranges, because they are big dudes with a lot of muscle in trunks with bald heads, but they don't wrestle the same.
Not at all.
I mean, I guess if you want to say it's like you can see the vicious side of Kyle, like old Randy, I guess that's fair. But I wouldn't compare the two. That just seems way too off. But I mean, whatever.
I just want to get your quick thoughts. I never got the comparing them, because they're literally two different people.
Yeah.
They have two different not stances, but match how they wrestle.
Yeah.
Two different styles of wrestling.
There you go.
Like,
that's the word.
I could get the word, but they have two different styles of wrestling. Randy's more like he's real technical. He doesn't go above and beyond. He ain't jumping off the turnbuckle. He's not.
Bro was in like
flipping over ropes.
30 ladder matches. It took like 0 ladder bumps. Like Randy ain't wrestling those types of matches.
Like, bro, the crazy match I seen do was when he was with Mick Foley. Like, that's the first one that comes to mind. Like, that's how solemn.
Might be the only one that comes
seldom. Sorry, Solemn. That's how seldomly he does crazy matches. Where I have to think of him when he first fought Mick Foley, and Mick Foley threw him on the tacks. That's how seldom he wrestles in like crazy matches where he has to take crazy bumps like that. And Kyle's doing it all the time.
Yeah, Kyle's just doing stuff. But
I just want to do quick thoughts. But I thought Kyle and Will, I've been cool if they were like co-main event. I thought what they're going to do is they're going to have the other matches like Takeshita and Powerhouse like before the Fatal 4-Way, before like all of that, in the last 3 matches was going to be number C2. You had the Will Ospreay, that's next. Then you had Rico and fucking Okada, co-main event, main event, the winners of 2 matches, boom.
I think that would have been a better structure for it, especially for the reveal at the segment after the finals. I think that would have been because if you think about it, it's like, oh well, World's End had it had a fun world title match, versus the C2 ending, which wasn't really a fun thing. It was an actual like, okay, this is the serious end of a tournament. These guys need to win this to win the tournament. You could have sold it off of the tournament ending, and it just had a world title match on it. Because like Elimination Chamber, right? I think the world title's been defended in not in the Elimination Chamber, but on the Elimination Chamber card. But nobody bought it for that. They want to see the Elimination Chamber. So I feel like you could have done it the same way, but maybe they'll do that next year. Maybe they'll look at this and they'll be like, you know what, we should have done it that way. But I mean, yeah. So other than that, we had Kazuchika Okada taking on Ricochet. Dog, I'm not gonna lie to you, and I haven't been the most fond of Ricochet the past few days, so this could play a part in it. I have not enjoyed a Ricochet pay-per-view match. He's had fire TV matches. He had 1 out of 3 good ones, and it was a triple threat with Will and Takeshita. That last one he had with Takeshita bombed, and I can't get into. But the favorite part of that whole match is when he slapped that bald head.
Bro, he Kill you. Cause I'm sitting there just like glued to my seat, bro, just sprinting at full speed. I'm like, oh, what he about to do? He slapped the shot. I'm like, bro, there's no way you just signed off on this, Ricochet. Why would you sign off just get slapped like that?
I bet you it was
like,
his idea. He's probably like, just slap me on the head. They're gonna call me bald anyways. Fucking just
yo, don't cry. But and then we gotta talk about the ending of that match really quick, because like I'm not gonna sit here and try to divulge into a match that wasn't really like it wasn't crazy. Like I'm not gonna divulge, but the end of it though, Swerve, I think someone said it on X today. I said X. What am I?
Gross.
Someone said I know. Someone said it today that Swerve is going to give Ricochet what Hangman gave Swerve. And I said, you know what?
Fair.
I can see it. I
can't have Ricochet putting on these matches though. He's got to lock in though. Seriously, dead ass. Because I'm not about to watch a boring Swerve match where Swerve's doing all the work. Because the thing is, Ricochet does so much in his matches. Just on pay-per-view, it seems like he doesn't do anything. It seems like he just takes a lot of bumps on pay-per-views, which is weird. Especially because didn't he? No, he lost. I don't know why. I think he won. He didn't beat Takeshita. Takeshita still a champion, but
no.
It's weird. It's like on TV he's the buff Doge meme, and then on pay-per-view he's the regular Doge meme. And I'm like, why do you even have pay-per-view? It feels like a pay-per-view match on a Wednesday, and then on a pay-per-view match I'm just like, why are you even on my card right now?
I'm gonna call it mad. Well, maybe because since you're doing 2 matches, you know he couldn't do the most. That's going to be the only thing I can think of.
That could be fair too, but I mean,
yeah, like
Will died in his match. To be fair, though.
yeah,
Ricochet could have taken a bullet to look like that.
There's no way. I'm telling you though, if I was a creator, there's no way I was taking all them bumps, bleeding, and everything, just to lose. I'm sorry. We'll have to fight. I'll make it up to you and give you like a title match, like 2-3 months down the line. But I'm not doing all this just to lose.
Speaking of that, the finals: Kazuchika Okada, the greatest, possibly, debatably, of course, tournament wrestler versus Will Ospreay. And a lot of interesting information about this. A lot of history in New Japan. The one of 4 men to go back to back in the G1 Classic. And you know what gave him that second win? It was Kazuchika Okada versus Will Ospreay. But that time he had a very healthy Will Ospreay. This Will Ospreay looked like he was half dead. He looked like he could have used the Venom symbiote to help get him out.
Yeah, you know, bro. Where's the sensu when we needed one?
Dude, he needed 2. He needed 2 of them. What I loved about that match, though, it was really just the story of Okada's like, I am the brick wall, but Will just ran through a brick wall. So he had to just full speed through Kyle Fletcher, and then Okada's like, bro, you gotta do it again. And he was giving him nothing. Every time he'd go in the air, he'd move out the way, and then Will's already crippled body just got worse and worse. I'm just like, oh, Okada really was like, y'all keep calling me washed, I'm gonna have to prove it in a tournament, and then just proved it in a tournament. God,
and you know what's crazy? I'm gonna say this though, Okada, I really thought he was really lackluster because like he wasn't really wrestling. But bro got some graps. Like he could really wrestle when he's not being funny and he's really like actually being serious. Bro could wrestle. I will say though, like I'm not gonna let this one pay-per-view like shade over the mediocrity he's been putting on that title. So I really need to see him defend his title more in 2025.
And I think that's why we got the segment we got. But I don't know if you have any more to say about
at the end. You're talking about the end?
Yeah, the finishing, what happened afterwards.
Wait, you shaking hands with Will, kind of?
No. I mean, well, do you have any more to say about Okada Ospreay before I move on?
No. Go ahead, bro.
Well, I just wanted to move forward on to the reveal. Christopher Daniels comes out and says, usually I'd go down and hand you this title, which never happened before. They didn't do it last year. That's not a thing that happens. He said he's no longer. About the return. Yeah. He said he's no longer the CEO, not CEO. What is it called? The
EVP.
EVP. He's no longer an EVP, but this man is, and we got Kenny, by God, Omega back.
You know, it's great. That's not who I thought was going to come out.
Who do you think was going to come out? Tony Khan?
No, you're not. This person.
Yeah, because there's only 4 EVPs. I really want to know who you think is coming out.
So please don't hate me when I say this, and please don't butcher me. But I honestly thought Shane McMahon was gonna come out.
Fair. Yeah. No, I don't I mean, that is always a possibility, but no, they were there to tease Kenny Okada.
Yeah, like I think I only say that because I thought with Shane being there, not as a wrestling talent, but like
managerial,
managerial authority figure type thing. But that's one reason. But Kenny, I already told you before, I'm not a Kenny guy, but I'm willing to give him a second chance.
I think he's going to have the perfect run that I did. I mean, he can have a bad. I watched all that Jericho crap he did before. I don't care. I will do whatever it takes to watch a Kenny Omega match. I don't care. So like, I don't see it, but Kenny Omega comes out, hands the Continental title to Okada. They have a stare down, and dude, they want to do it at All In. And I know they want to do it at All In, but that's too long of that's too far away.
Hold on,
it's not even
Kenny just came back.
Well, the thing is, I don't need that match in particular, but that's so far away that it's like, what are they going to do for 7 months? That's my problem. It's not that, because listen, Kenny Omega can fight a broomstick for 7 months, but Okada can't do this thing where he's sitting around doing nothing for another 7 months. Not without defending this title, especially if they want to do a serious feud with Kenny, which I feel like that's what they want to do because they set that up. He's like, I'm the best bout machine now. So you figure they would have a more serious
you would think.
thing. But man, dude, 7 months is so far away. But I mean, as long as Kenny's got something to do, I got something to watch. I can't wait.
I'm hoping watching Kenny again will make me love him the way that his fans love him.
You heard that crowd.
Oh, I know. I was hyped for him.
He's the feeling because of that. That crowd, it wasn't a soul in there mad about Kenny Omega's return. Because he is truly the AEW spirit, the heart, everything. You could give him all those monikers, and it's just true. He is that important, and I feel like he's that good at his job that it doesn't feel like a forced tag. Where it's like, dude, he's one of the EVPs. He's the first guy to sign because he's helped make the company. He's the heart. Or it's really like, nah, he really is. He's in the important moments. He's had the important matches. He does everything for the company. He is the company guy. And he's got that connection to the fans that I'm just like, please don't get hurt again.
Listen, I wasn't spoiled enough to fall in love with Kenny Omega. I'm a man up to admit that.
Yeah.
I'm willing and I'm hoping. Like I said, I'm willing to fall in love with him like you guys are, because it seems like y'all all love him.
Yeah.
I hope the second stint, I said, oh, I see where I messed up at, and I missed all the great times that he has. But I will say though, why they're waiting is all because he just lost half his stomach. We cannot get past that. And he's wrestling this weekend, right?
This weekend. It's I can't remember the exact date, but it's the first week of January, I believe. So
so this weekend, bro, he's gonna be wrestling in Japan. So I'm assuming he's gonna do his things there, whatever. And then after he comes back from that, we're gonna get everything on and pod with him, Okada. I hope.
Yeah. And I'll be dead ass. I'm not trying to say I need Okada Kenny now because they've clearly teased they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's just more of a like I said, I would like for them to do something, and I don't want them to be doing busy work. That just feels like busy work.
Yeah.
That's my only real issue. But I mean, Kenny Okada, that's a historic pairing of rivalries right there. To do I don't think it's their rubber match because I don't think it's 2-2 them, but to have their most recent match or their most recent development in that rivalry on U.S. soil is going to be huge regardless of what it is. But man, dude, I need Kenny MJF 2. I need Kenny Osprey 3 or 4, whatever the hell that is. I don't think we're going to get that one though, to be fair, because they're kind of they don't like each other. I need Kenny Fletcher.
Wait. Who?
Osprey and Kenny don't like each other. They got
real life.
Yeah, they got real life.
We'll talk about that at the pod.
Yeah, it could be kayfabe. I'm just saying it could be kayfabe because they are very dedicated to the thing. But I'm pretty sure it's real tension. I don't like that guy. But yeah. But I gotta see Kenny Fletcher. That'd be fun to see. Let's just all come together. Even you may not get converted by the end of the year if Kenny has a full year. Hand on your forehead though. Keep Chris Jericho away from my fucking Kenny Omega.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I'm with you. I don't want to see that.
Do not Adam Cole this. It is over. There is no more Golden Jets. Leave it alone. We are okay.
Yeah.
Take that. Throw it. Leave Jericho and ROH where he belongs. Because I am okay. I don't think there will be a soul on the planet, not the biggest Jericho fan, asking to go back to the Golden Jets. We are cool.
I'm okay with that.
And with that being said, that's why, like, from everything I've just said, if you can't tell, I am a very big fan of Kenny Omega, and a lot of people are very big fans of Kenny Omega. I think that's why this should have main evented and should have been the final shot, which is Kenny Omega coming back, Okada standing tall. That's your world's ending. But I guess they wanted the Moxley thing. But that's where I just wanted to bring that back, because I feel like that was love Adam Copeland, such a great guy, so cool to watch. Kenny was the bigger reveal, and the Okada match was the better match. So maybe it'll be a learning lesson for them. Like I said,
I think you gotta try shit though.
You do. Gotta try shit.
When I said at the beginning about, you just gotta try shit. If it works, it works. But you use for next time. Like, all right, we're not gonna do this for next time. Now we gotta get into we can't end the pod without talking about the Tijuana street fight.
Big facts. That was I'm not gonna lie to you.
Mariah May and Thunder Rosa.
Mariah May and Thunder Rosa. It wasn't a bad match, but it was kind of just there almost.
It could have been a TV a weekly match.
You make that on Dynamite, low key one of the best Dynamite matches of the year. But like on this,
or even Collision.
Dude, Collision loves their street fights. But like, and this isn't me saying it was a bad match. It was just like,
it was overshadowed.
It was overshadowed. It's hard to be a good match when you've got 2 Will Ospreay matches on it, and also never mind. I actually want to. I can say yeah, and you had probably the better women's champion on this having a rematch that I really wanted to see. So
no, I was gonna get to that after this because I was gonna segue in there. You didn't get there.
I'm just saying it wasn't as good, and that's all. That's all I had to say.
No, that's fine. No. I'm not going to dispute anything that you're saying because what you said is right though. Like, I'm gonna keep it being like the other women's match was better. However, I will say for what this was, I feel like this is helping Mariah build up into that moment because right now I feel like Mercedes Moné's title is worth more or is worth more. It sounds bad. Huh?
More prestigious?
Yes.
Because it's actually defended in good matches.
Yeah, it's more prestigious than the actual women's strap, which it shouldn't be. I thought, and when I go back and look at my phone, I might get arguments, but I always thought the TBS title was one level under the women's world strap.
It's supposed to be.
Apparently, it's supposed to be. Apparently,
that's
it's on the same level.
Yeah, it's their women's mid-card title. It should be the mid-card title, but it's not.
Like people are someone told me that it's now is not the it's more prestigious than the women's strap. I never knew that.
I'll be dead ass. If you swapped the titles on that,
bro,
it would make more sense. It would be
more sense.
Oh, of course that's the women's world title picture, and of course the TBS title hasn't been defended in 6 months. It's a TBS title, so now you gotta make space on the card. But the fact that it's not saddens me, but also it's like hey bro, we had people call Mercedes Moné trash after that match she had with the dentist. I need all of y'all to shut up because that's crazy. I'm gonna clap it up every time because I know how much you don't like her, but you don't disrespect her and call her the dentist. I respect you for that, and I know you don't. I know you don't fool with her. I don't. But I mean, she's a dentist. But also, like that match was bad. Don't get me wrong. But washed allegations on my Mercedes Moné was crazy.
Yeah, people are just hating just to hate because there's no way you could watch her matches. Tell me that she's washed.
Dude, she had a phenomenal match that Wednesday after because she kept getting called washed. So she's like, fine, I'm gonna have a good match. And it took 6 months to get him to shut up. I'm like, there's no way we're calling her washed.
But I will say the T1 street fight though, it had a lot more bumps and ahs than actual wrestling. Yeah. I feel like the matches is more so for the extreme factor and for like the oh my god moments, not for story moments or even wrestling moments to be like, oh, Mariah May said the women's business shit. Her words. Exactly. And you did no type of wrestling to show why you're the best and the best. You picked a street fight, which is like a cop out for you to do whatever. And if shit goes left, you can always blame it on, well, the match was hard or, you know what I mean?
It felt more like a checklist rather than a match where it was just like, we got to get to the spot outside where we set up the table ramp. We got to get to when Mariah makes fun of Thunder Rosa's dad. We have to get to the sand. We have to get to the table. It's like, don't get me wrong, a lot of fun, and you gotta have some fun matches on the card. But it's also just like, that was my women's world title match next.
I feel like they should. It's gonna sound bad, but I feel like they should started the night with that or the Fatal 4-Way, because to have that match in the middle, it kind of killed everything for the end. And like, you gotta know how the crowd's gonna react, based on the people that you're booking. No one really is giving the pop for Mariah like they get from Mercedes. Like, I'm just keeping it a bean.
Which is crazy, because they should be on the same level, considering that Monet is an international superstar, and so is Mariah, but Mariah also has the world title. But
it is just like, it's sad, but that's how I feel. Like, it was just terrible. This is probably the Tijuana street fight. It was probably the worst match on the card.
No, this one more worse.
Second to worst.
I'll give you second to worst, but one was so bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know.
I think you keep Kyle Will to open only for the pure fact that was just such a good opening match. It got everybody excited. I think you make it second or third, but then I think it was just too deep in the card. I would have made it second, but then
it should have been like earlier in the night,
because like we said, it was like a checklist match, whereas like it was fine. But it had enough bumps in it that you could keep the elevation of the hype levels from the first match. So it's not one of those things where it's like, oh, the first match is good, you put it second on the card and the energy goes down. I think you'd have been fine. I think it definitely would have gone down a little bit, but then you have the other matches after that, which were great. So I think you would have been fine making this the second match on the card. It would have had enough violence and blood and tables and fucking sand from a Tijuana graveyard. I think you would have been fine doing it there, but it's all right.
Like, and then we're going to shift on to the women's match too, because we can't not talk about it. We already said Mercedes was probably has not washed, but we're not going to bypass Chris Stradlander because Homegirl was doing her thing. Now, this is where Big T, we gotta talk, bro. We gotta talk. Why is Mercedes winning when Chris? Now, hold on, RJ. It's not even no disrespect. Why is Mercedes winning when Chris should have won and Mercedes should be upgrading? I'm called an upgrade.
Yeah, I would
to the women's strap. That's literally the only issue. Because now,
I think there's still.
Because I don't know. Because we wait for Tony. Tony's back. She's doing her ROH thing. I think is stupid, but I understand
staying there. I don't think she's staying in ROH. I think she was just doing some matches there because of the rookie thing, like where it's like, oh, the rookies go here. So I think that's what it is. I don't think she's down there like staying down there.
I hope not. But we got Tony back, and like, I guess I understand the story where she's going through her little thing or whatever. But I feel like if that's the case, we could bring Tony back whenever we want.
Yeah.
Because she already won the women's strap. It's not like she can't hold it. We could bring her back whatever. We should have, when she lost, we should have closed out all options to bring back Tony and worried about the next 6 to 8 months where we don't have Tony. Granted, she's okay, but we have to think like that because you can't rely on one person because the women division will be stagnant and not go nowhere when we have the talent. We have Queen Amarita, sorry. We have Thunder Rosa. She lost, but we have
Willow Nightingale.
We have D. We have so many women that could really fight, and I feel like out of the women I named, all but one could hold the strap. And I feel like literally we could do it, and we could literally make so many storylines, but we're not doing it for what reason? I hope it's for something bigger. I hope.
I think then I have an on the fly question then. Does Tony Mariah 2 need the world title?
No, absolutely not.
Thinking about it, like where she is right now, where Toni Storm is now, she's kind of going crazy. She's going back to being a rookie. Or she believes she's a rookie again, which she's not, which is a lot of fun. I love that. So you're building up to her going through the rookie stuff, fighting on ROH, doing the pre-shows even. And when she gets back to normal, she'll be, like probably like, oh, I remember everything. I'm not an idiot. I'm going to fight you again. I feel like what you could have done is just have that be a straight grudge match. Didn't need the world title. Kind of like what Ospreay and Fletcher are, where there's no real title on the line. They're in a tournament together. But even before the tournament, they just hate each other. Mm-hmm. And then you could so like to fantasy book it, like not really fantasy book it, but like to kind of correct what I would think would happen. But by the way, Mercedes and Chris, they did it again. It's the same thing with Kyle and Will. They just did it again. It was another 5-star classic. Loved it.
Yeah.
I figured Chris would have won, taken the title. Mercedes takes the belt off of off of Mariah. And then you bring in Tony. You have them clash for a grudge match.
Yep.
And then you have Mercedes do what she does with that world title, even bringing in Willow Nightingale, and even Chris Statlander. Because I'll be honest with you, dog. I was kind of on the train of Chris Statlander going for the world title before the heel turn that she did with Willow Nightingale. So the fact that she, Mercedes, and Willow, who I think are kind of like, they could be like big three in the women's division in general.
3 peas in a pod.
Yeah, like they could literally have some series of matches, a couple good triple threats, and have that belt go around those three a lot. And we're not. We're kind of, well, they are doing that, but they're doing that for the TBS title, which is like cool. Yeah. Make the mid-card title feel important so that way when those three are out of it, it still feels important. I feel like you're wasting opportunities by not doing that for the main title, though. Because when you take that title from Mariah's not going to sink. She's still good in the ring. She still has a really compelling character. She'll be fine without that women's title. But Tony's also doing the same. Like, she's a compelling character that's good in the ring. They don't need that world title for their second match for this. I feel like we could have pivoted over to Monet, Willow, Chris, and then just had or not even Chris, I guess, because she would have won the TBS title. Yeah. I was surprised at the Monet win, especially because, dude, I don't know. Mercedes is hell bent on making Chris Statlander look good. It's like she pulled a ticket that said, make Chris look good, and she took that personally.
Yeah.
Because, Chris looks like a monster when she leaves those arenas. And you still don't have her win over, which is fine, I guess, because, I guess the big win will be probably the third match. Mm-hmm. But, y'all could be doing this for the women's title. And then you establish Chris Statlander, Mercedes Moné, Willow would have a story coming out of it. You could have whatever, Camille, I guess. I hope she don't come back. But you could bring Camille in on it. It feels wasted on the TBS title, but I mean,
I'm hoping, but maybe, bro, maybe I'm gonna just put it out there, maybe because it was World End, and this coming Wednesday they're gonna go to the HBO Max deal, so maybe when they go into HBO, that's where they're gonna do all the big stuff. We can always hope.
They triple belts Monet, TBS, New Japan Strong, and women's.
Listen,
just tell us you don't have faith in your women's division if you do that. Just say that, God.
Now, before we end it, I like to say we got to, the end of our show, and we're going to talk about, the match that was supposed to be the match of the night, not. Yeah, people had this match tonight, bro. Crazy.
Who?
Yeah,
they was after or before?
Before.
How? Chris Statlander Monet's on this card. Will Ospreay's on this card twice. Like, to be fair, you didn't know he was gonna be. But Will Ospreay, you had MJF Adam Cole match of the night.
Hey, damn! You couldn't let me.
No,
I'm trying to build up.
No, that shit just made me mad. Are you serious?
Yeah. No, I'm serious. I'm not gonna say a lot, bro. I'm not gonna say a lot. We had a couple though.
Dude, that doesn't even make sense. Well, because there's been no hints that this could be match of the night.
Well, you never know. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna take it. I'm like, all right, we're gonna see what happens. And man, was I disappointed.
The fans didn't even want the first of all, great crowd, by the way. That Florida crowd, hot. I love that for them.
Yeah.
They didn't even like this match. This match sucked. Okay,
bro, this shit was so ass.
I guess, to be fair, the wrestling wasn't too bad. It's an MJF Adam Cole match. They're both incredible wrestlers. First of all, Adam Cole came out without a tan. It is obvious.
Yeah.
But
I'm glad he didn't look sickly today.
Dude, they were the baby faces. They got booed the entire time.
Yeah, this shit was.
It's crazy to me because at the end of World's End was Adam Cole turning heel on babyface MJF. They come back to the story that nobody's asking for. Adam Cole isn't the babyface, and he brought the heel faction he built to be baby faces. They're not baby face. This story, if you give no names and no nothing, one guy got mad at his old friend and got 4 other guys to jump him. How do they sound like the good guy did?
Bro.
I love Undisputed Era. They are one of the best factions in professional wrestling. We do not need them in AEW. You can leave that back in NXT. It's over. That was years ago. Leave that in Ring of Honor from the early 2000s. We are okay. We didn't need this. And also, oh my God, you have Adam Cole getting booed in 2024. It's so hard to do that.
Hey. I love when he does that.
I don't understand. It was the worst decision I've seen all year.
And then, like, it was just... now I'm really get into it.
He lost.
I'm gonna really get into it because what really threw me off was, bro, MJF hit Adam Cole's face on the steel step. Not ever in my years of watching professional wrestling I seen a man leak that goddamn bad from a steel step shot. I don't remember or know when MJF started leaking.
I don't even know, dog. It didn't even look like bleeding for a while. I don't know what happened.
Like, I don't know. Like, honestly, bro, like, I usually don't sit here and shit talk, like, all the time. But this match was was the worst match of the card. Like, and I expected a little bit better. Like, the ending, I get the Undisputed shit. We don't need it. But I feel like we could have went different directions with it. But as me and you said on the last pod that you could click up here to see, we do not want to see this shit no more. I said I don't want to see shit for another 6 months. I take that back. I want to see this shit for another year. Like, that match really
shit ever again. I don't
want
my grandkids to have to see this match. This
match is an
embarrassment. That shit was
I'm gonna say this though because it's professional wrestling. We do know they like to revisit stories.
If you throw this one in the fucking trash.
I agree. Only way I agree they revisit this story is if there's a title attached to it. If there's no title attached to it, there's no reason for us to be throwing grabs over us beefing over some bullshit that happened years ago. We don't need to see it again. You fought over I'm sorry for cussing as much as I am today, but over a pinky ring though.
Also, can I add, Kyle O'Reilly, you whore? I thought you were the conglomeration. Why are you joining the Undisputed Era?
I wasn't even gonna get into it, but that threw me too. Because I was like, I thought you were with Mark Briscoe, and I don't even like Briscoe. I like that he's probably on all of AEW, everyone. He's probably the lowest on my totem pole of people I would be willing to watch. But seriously though, why are you teaming up with him? We got Mark Briscoe in the back, so that means you and Mark Briscoe are gonna have, and you and Mark Briscoe are going to beef sometime in the next couple months. I mean weeks. Sorry.
Facts. Yeah. The only good thing that came out of this match is that we could possibly get Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly tag team again, and they're really good at the tag. Like, they're a really good tag team. But holy shit, did they suck.
I really don't care for Ned Flanders, bro.
Really? I like it. You know what's funny, dude?
I call him Ned Flanders, but I don't care. I don't care for bro.
Those two dudes were at ringside, got sent to the back, and somehow came out last behind Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong. Were y'all right there?
How did y'all get? No, they got ejected.
Yeah, but they would be closer to the entrance than Roderick Strong or Kyle O'Reilly, who would assumedly be farther in the back. They had just got ejected. And they came out last. Okay. Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly came out. Then the other two came. I don't know. All I know is if they're going to stay as a group, I don't care. Leave MJF out of it. And this isn't me like,
I agree.
I love MJF and I want him spared. I just don't want to see this anymore. I'm okay. And whatever they do next, please write something appropriate for it.
Please.
He sucked. That, like, the Better Than You Bebe story was so much fun the first time around, but everybody accepted that we were okay with it ending after all the injuries and stuff. We were all just like, all right, we got our heel MJF back. Let Adam Cole be a babyface. And they were just like, you're gonna finish this. And not a soul.
Not so wonders.
I can't believe the boos that faction got. Because if this was last year when they came out as heels, perfect. But they were hugging like baby faces. Y'all lost. You couldn't get the crowd reaction.
That shit blew me.
Adam Cole was the babyface the entire time and got booed when he was in Cleveland. And I heard that boo. I'm like, why do we hate Adam Cole now? But after watching World's End, I'm about to start booing Adam Cole.
As you should. As you
He
should.
needs to move on. MJF needs to move on, and I need them both to. I don't want them to reference each other for a year. I need them to stay away from
Nah.
each other.
Nah, I'm
That
there with you. I'm with you
bro,
on that.
people had that as possible match of the night. I like looking at the card. That 4-way was 10 times better than this, and I think the 4-way wasn't even that crazy for real. It was just a normal 4-way. That's
definitely normal. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you, but you know that's how the IWC is. But as you know, we unfortunately sicko fans, we came to the end of the glorious, glorious World's End review.
Also, 8-match cards. Keep doing those. That was fun.
Bro, I was gonna get there. I was literally about to ask you that. How'd you feel before we really go? How did you feel about the 8-match card? But you love it. I'm gonna say I love it. Big T, please keep it like that. However,
comma.
what you keeping the 8-match card? Let's not make this John go out to midnight though. There's no reason why we still start at 8 and still end at midnight.
Yeah,
no reason.
They really gave that extra time. But I mean, to be fair, women finally got a match longer than 20 minutes.
I'm cool with that, but we gotta be real though. Like, there's no reason why I'm up at I'm watching this from 8 because this time I didn't watch pre-show because I was getting snacks and stuff. Facts. But why are we starting at 8 and still ending at 12 and then we're still having the media scrum after
and
that?
Having, what, 4 or 5 less matches?
4 or 5
less matches that were the same amount of time.
Yeah. If we're going, and I'm gonna keep saying this, I don't care what no one says. If we can do longer matches. Start it early. I don't give a damn about the West. I don't give a damn about the West Coast and their time. I don't give a damn. Start that draw at 6 o'clock. Yeah, start the draw at 6 o'clock, bro. 6 o'clock, go from 6 to 10, even 11. Yeah. But I'm cool with that. But we're not gonna start at 8 o'clock at night and then still go to 12 and have less matches. No reason. But that's all I got tonight. But I will say though, that's all I got. But I still stand to say, World's End was probably the pay-per-view of the year for me.
Great pay-per-view. I was a
great pay-per-view. And listen, I ain't gonna argue with you. Keep your comments to yourself unless they funny. I might respond. You might catch a giggle or two, but I'm not arguing with you.
Fair enough.
I'm just not arguing. But thank y'all for watching with us. And if you make it to the end of this glorious pod and you need some energy, you know what you should get? Glitch energy. RJ, what flavor you got today?
I still only have Revive. Stop asking me the flavor. Code shoot to win. Shoot the number 2 win for 10% off all Glitch needs.
Oh man, that's funny.
Hey man, last show of the year for AEW. I gotta be funny.
No, you're right. But AEW fans, we'll catch you next year. Happy New Year. Before I go, for real, Happy New Year, though, y'all. Be safe. Don't talk to strangers. Please be safe. We want to see you next year. Don't do nothing crazy on New Year's Eve night. Please don't. And y'all have a good night, y'all. See y'all in 2025.